Gowon should apologize to Ndigbo for dumping Aburi Accord, Senator Umeh speaks. Good day, my dear listeners. Well, thanks for joining. Here is another interesting news coming to your listening ears today as Senator Umeh accuses Gowon, the retired General Yakubu Gowon and former head of state, to apologize to Ndigbo for dumping Aburi Accord. Moving to the full details, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe to this channel and share. The senator representing Anambra Central, Chief Victor Umeh, has reacted to the recent television interview granted by the former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, on the Nigerian Civil War, saying the 91-year-old former military leader should apologize to the Igbo people for betraying the historic Aburi Accord and starting a brutal conflict that was aimed at exterminating the Igbo people of Nigeria. The 30-month civil war claimed millions of lives and destroyed the buoyant economy of the eastern region, considered to be the fastest growing economy in Africa. Recalling that former President Ibrahim Babangida had in his book stated clearly that the 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup, Umeh said it is unfortunate for Gowon to concoct lies against a tribe, even at his old age. Senator Umeh, who spoke in an interview in Alka, said, "I listened to Gowon's television interview and I felt so sorry for him, for the things he said. Igbo people have suffered gravely because of that coup. I felt that with Babangida's statement during his book launch, that it wasn't an Igbo coup because he named Yorubas and Northerners that were part of the coup. It was a big relief, and I challenge Gowon to write his own book so that Nigerians will read his own version. Maybe at 91 years, he has forgotten what happened. But some of us who worked with Chukwuemeka Odumegwu and interviewed him about the war knows that what Gowon said was a big lie. It was unfortunate for him to say that the war was not against the Igbo people of Nigeria and that he heard about the insurrection in Abeokuta and the assassination of General Aguiyi from somewhere, only for him to later emerge as the head of state after the counter-coup. He should apologize to Igbo people for the role he played in that civil war, instead of coming to insult the sensibilities of those who were the victims of the war. According to Umeh, the counter-coup was the cleansing of the Igbo in the Nigerian armed forces, and challenged Gowon to name military officers from his region who were also killed in the counter-coup. Igbo people were not only killed as military officers, their businesses were also destroyed across Nigeria. Gowon also misrepresented the Aburi Accord, which to me is the greatest travesty. I worked with Ojukwu for 5 years, and I asked him questions about the Aburi Accord, and he told me that they all agreed on confederation, which meant that the regions should be confederate units so that every region would continue to develop at its own pace. My dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. And now, before I go moving down to the comment section, the first comment here says, too late to plead for Gowon, long time ago. All the way from the far north, a lorry load of 1,000 headless corpses arrived at Obodo, Ajana village square. More appalling was a woman caught in her travel. We felt really bruised. Bruised though we were, we buried the dead, leaving a scare that neither rain nor sun could erase. Reason failed. Brothers in brute passion went to war. Too late to plead. A comment here says, we Biafrans say we don't require any Gowon apologize. Any Gowon apologies. Unless he will go and wake up those our brethren he eliminated during Biafran civil war. Before we expected his apologies. Without that, his apology will he not expected by Igbos. So my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let us know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.